Hey Dabblers, welcome back to the Dabbler Depot Studios. My name's Jordan, back here with our expert beer buyer, Liz, and we're continuing to celebrate Dry January the best way we know how, and that's a beer comparison. So Liz, what have we got in front of us here?
All right. Well, I am very proud to say that these are all local craft beers. We have a couple of different variations. So we have Bauhaus Brew Labs from Minneapolis. We have Lupulin Brewing Company from Big Lake, Minnesota. And then we have Summit from St. Paul, Minnesota.
Now, I've tasted all 6 of these beers separately throughout the course of the past few years, whenever they came about, but I've never done like a back-to-back comparison. I know here with Lupulin, yes, this is the same beer. It's the alcoholic version and it's the NA version, but the other two?
The other two are going to be slightly off. So we do have their Bauhaus's Halo, which is a Pilsner, and then we also have their Na, which is a Helles. So both like lagers, so they should be pretty comparable. And then we have Nihilus, which is Summit's new non-alcoholic beer. This one is an IPA. And then we also have, to compare that one, is Summit Triumphant Session IPA, which they said would be the most comparable. So they're not quite the same, but should be equal in terms of what we're looking for to compare flavor and body.
I'm excited to kind of see how these things relate to each other. I'm pretty hard to convince in terms of non-alcoholic beer, if it's gonna be good or not, but let's see how they compare to their full strength counterparts. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Bauhaus.
Do it.
Starting first with Bauhaus Brew Labs. Bauhaus Brew Labs is located in northeast of Minneapolis, started in 2012. One of the things I wanted to start with them first, or why I wanted to start with them first, is because they were the first ones basically on the scene with Na. This is one of the first non-alcoholic, like widely distributed, widely available in the taproom, non-alcoholic beverages that was on the scene.
How did that come about?
They actually started partnering with ABV Technology, which Minnesota is very lucky to have. ABV Technology is located in St. Paul, Minnesota, and they have created equipment that takes a finished product. So they take your beer. So Jordan, you're brewing beer, say you're brewing Halo. They take your beer and they have a proprietary vacuum separation process that removes the alcohol, separates it literally. So what you have when you're done is a really cool, like I would say like alcoholic seltzer. And then you also have the beer.
Oh, so it creates like a byproduct that is like just the alcohol and then
the beer, the flavored beer.
Flavored beer that we started with, just with everything stripped out alcohol-wise.
Yes, it is quite amazing. It's very incredible. They are now nationwide, but ABV Technology is really just taken what was like considered kind of like an archaic craft of just heating up beer to a certain degree to kind of almost boil off the alcohol, and made it possible for breweries all around Minnesota, all around the nation to take their beer and get it as close to possible without the alcohol.
Excellent. Well, should we start with Hollow?
Start with Hollow.
All right, let's pour them up. Intern Sophie, roll the beer roll. Well, God, that was an excellent montage. Thank you, Intern Sophie, for piecing that together. So, gonna start with the full strength Hollow first then?
Yeah.
All right.
I do want to say, just on looks, the color is extremely similar. Has like a slight, I mean, it looks like straw, has a slight haze to it, but honestly, they look the same. Again, they're not quite the same beer, but they're pretty similar, I would say. Let's see. It's called the Light American Brew for everyday drinking for just exactly that.
That is exceptional beer flavored beer, I would say. Okay.
It's crushable, has nice, I mean, like for the, what do you get, like, it's a full body?
Full body. It says that it's 5% or 5.2%
Yeah,
alcohol, so you get that, you know, mouthfeel. And that is one of the things that NA beers generally miss out, is that mouthfeel. You still get the flavor, but the mouthfeel is part of the experience. So
right.
I'm really excited to kind of compare the Na to the Hollow.
Yes.
A little bit of an interesting aroma.
Yeah, different aroma. Because this one has like this very like cereal grains, just kind of has like a little bready. Yeah. This one still has I would say a little bit of that bread.
Wow, I'm
still pretty full bodied.
Yeah, very full bodied.
Yeah.
Which is exceptional. And honestly, the flavor tastes a little bit lighter.
Yes.
The body is there. The flavor's a little more subdued, but
also crushable. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, these are both supposed to be patio pounders.
Right.
I would say, like, you're supposed to be drinking these, you know, when you're just kind of crushing beers, and I feel like they are both like approachable and light drinking.
you know, if I was in a situation where I was gonna die if I didn't choose which one was NA,
Right.
I would probably, it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, I would struggle too.
Between the two
Yeah.
of these, it would be tough to tell. Like,
Yeah.
they've got those same kind of flavor characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
The body is pretty steady across the board, and it certainly scratches the itch.
Yes,
For me, if I'm choosing not to drink alcohol, this would definitely
for any reason.
For
Like,
any
for
reason.
any reason.
This would definitely supplant the hollow easily.
Yes.
It's got the bubble, it's got the full body, it's got those flavor notes, and
Looks the same.
really, it looks the same. I think the aroma right off the bat was the only thing that maybe gave it away, but most people are drinking these out of the can anyway, so you can't really
Right.
get your nose in
Right,
there.
right.
And so really, by the time it touches your palate, you're already
Yeah.
gung-ho about it.
It's literally, it was a game changer, and it still is. So
I love
it's
it.
very cool.
Perfect. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.